The United Nations says Burma's refusal to grant visas to relief experts is unprecedented in the history of humanitarian work. And America's ambassador to the UN has described the military government's stance as outrageous. The BBC's Paul Danaher is one of the few international reporters who's been able to get into the south of the country to report firsthand on the situation there.
They'd been waiting for help for 6 days, and for these people it finally came. But up to 1 million more are left behind, living with the rotting corpses of the tens of thousands of people killed by the cyclone. The survivors have no food, no shelter, no clean water, and are perhaps losing hope. If something doesn't change soon, disease will get a grip on this region. And if it does, it will be the young and the sick it takes first. And time is running out. We only have enough food for this morning. Starting this evening, we do not have food anymore, said Dorte. Our whole house was destroyed. The generals are trying to convince their people they are busy planning a rescue. The reality is that the only thing stopping massive aid getting to the needy is the time taking for these men to open up the door. So those who can are helping themselves. In Rangoon, monks began clearing away the debris still littering the streets. Across town at the airport, some aid had begun to trickle in, but much more is still waiting to come. The tragedy of this disaster may be that people died, even though the means to save them was there.
I do appeal very strongly indeed to the government of Myanmar, both to step up their own relief efforts to help people on the ground and to change their attitude completely to the efforts that we are making to get these relief supplies in.
Huge areas of the Delta are still underwater. Roads are blocked, bridges are down, and the government relief operation has so far been piecemeal at best. But tonight we saw the first signs of a significant army presence in the disaster zone. We drove under the cover of darkness to the town of Bogale, deep into the Irrawaddy Delta. The town was seriously damaged by the cyclone, and in places the stench of death hung in the air. This is as far as the road will take you. From here the aid is being loaded onto small boats and taken into the flooded areas. But with more than 1 million people trapped beyond this point, the amount of aid that's coming through at the moment simply isn't enough.